God, this light is too light. Anyway, let me get a... Let me get a... Oh my god. Swinging around on my chair. High five, Flame. So, I just wanted to come in and explain something today for somebody who may be watching and may not be watching, but to explain it to a few other people as well that may be sleeping. But, I don't know how this is going to come out, and I don't know if it's going to make any sense. It will make sense to some, not to others, but hey ho, I'm not really bothered about that. You know, if you're doing your research on certain stuff, which I always say, then you'll understand. If not, that's okay. Hi, Billy. You are under lots of different names today. I know, I was just falling around on my chair. So, I've just got off, obviously, Roxanne the Globalist and I's channel, battling it out with there while she was battling it out on the streets, and she was brilliant, but obviously we were battling it out with the trolls, chucking them out, because where there's truth, there's trolls. Fact. That was really good. You know, she holds her own, and she doesn't take no shit, basically. So... Pardon? What are you telling me for? Shut the door. Yeah, she was great. So I'd just like to say, at some point in the morning, I'm not saying the name, if they're watching, I don't know. Someone was going on about, Roxanne had mentioned something about Floella Benjamin. Now, if you don't know who Floella Benjamin is in the UK, she was ages ago on a programme called Play School, you know, where there's kids, and we were talking about Amazing Polly, who's done great digs on it, and she does do great digs on a lot of stuff that a lot of us know about, but some people just don't want to know about. I am not saying that Floella Benjamin was a such and such a such-a. We're just saying it's funny how the dots tie up to something. And what I'm saying to this person is, no one said she specifically did something. It's research. If you don't know about MSM and the BBC and all that, and you don't know what they're a part of, then you're not looking. Hi everyone in chat at the minute, I'm just going to get this out. But what we are saying is, your reality, you think you're awake, your reality is going to be brought right down when people realise people you look up to. It's not just the government who are corrupt. And by the way, it's not everybody in the government, it's not everybody in the police, it's not you know, there's celebrities out there. Hi Kyle. It's celebrities out there too. So a lot of people you've looked up to, especially in Hollywood, you think are great stars and you've looked up to, they are part of this, let's say, realm thing, because it's all over. It's not just happening in America, it's happening in here and all over. And if people haven't noticed what's going on in the real world, kicking off in every country over this realm, let's say, then how awake are you? We're saying there's lots of people involved in this stuff, whether they were blackmail, this, that and the other, who are part of it, this child sex trafficking sex cult, where people just want to bury their heads in the sand and not believe it's happening. Well, it is. And some of these people are going to be the people, I will repeat again, that you have looked up to and thought were great actors and actresses, that acting, that are part of this. And they're from different families and different families around the world that are part of this, what? I don't even know what you call it, because it doesn't seem real. I can never watch Play School again. Yeah, and what I'm saying, Luby Lou, is, yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Milo, so what? What I'm trying to explain to him is that I like that person. I don't need to say the name. They know where my heart lies. Is the fact that we weren't saying she'd actually done something. We're saying research. A lot of people know in my chat, with the whole Q thing, you don't have to be into Q, but it's all adding up, that there are people who are on TV in different areas that are part of this pedo ring. And people don't think it's real. And it's going on all over. And that's why our government and many other governments are trying to cover it up with the whole Tommy Robinson thing. It's deeper than that. They're trying to blame it on Pakistani Muslim men. Well, yeah, they have been doing that, but it's deeper than that. It goes much deeper than that. You're seeing the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. What's beyond the tip of the iceberg? It goes so deep, for so long. This is what I'm trying to say. So don't come to me on Roxanne's channel going like this. When Roxanne brought it up, and we were just saying, we were just mentioning what's been mentioned, but when you look into it, it is dodgy. Like I said, I'm not saying she's actually done something. I'm saying it goes back in history. It's as deep as history, exactly, and history's been twisted. And it is going to be people that you have looked up to. So you're going to have a massive brain fart when it all comes out, and you've been following people and looking up to stars and people who call themselves in higher positions, just because they're wearing a suit and tie or they're in some important position, that they've been part of it. This is what I'm trying to say. So wrap your brain around that. When we talk about cognitive dissonance, this is what it's a part of. Some people are awake, but it's a lot deeper than you know. A lot deeper. So, and this person knows that. So when they're saying, oh, we are saying this about that person, and evidence, we're saying, go and research, but it's dodgy, but you will start seeing stuff come out where it is to do with people who are celebrities and stuff like that, and you're not going to believe it. The actors, people. And I'm not saying everybody, I've always said before, people go on about the Jews, people go on about the Muslims, people go on about the Christians. I will say it again. There are bad Christians, there are good Christians, there are bad Jews, there are good Jews, because there's fake ones, don't forget. There are bad Muslims, there are good Muslims. Fact. So it doesn't mean everyone in government's bad, everyone in the military's bad, because we all know on the Q side, yeah, they did get into the military and all that, but there are some good people left in all areas. And even if they have to be flipped, or they realise that because the old guard's going down, which is what's happening, that they can now work for the good, because those people that were in control are now being brought down. A lot of arrests happening soon, because when the what they called the Congress are on holiday, they're allowed to be arrested, and that goes all over. So just saying, when you're not researching, this is why I always shout it out. At least if you're looking and not regurgitating what the MSM are saying. Who controls the media controls the minds of the people. Fact. Who own the media. So just saying. I'm not. The thing is, Milo, it doesn't mean that everyone in the public eye is a part of it. A lot don't go with the thing that they want them to go with. That's why they're not higher up on the payroll, if you get what I'm saying. And a lot of people who've been blackmailed, that's why they've said, when all this comes out, we will have to forgive people. If they're blackmailing your family, which is what they do, they either kill you off, blackmail you, or they, if they're not assassinating you, like they did with JFK and the others, they will assassinate your character. That's how it works, right? So that is what I was trying to say. You cannot get that in a text when I'm trying to text in a live chat, yeah? Because it doesn't work like that, especially when you've got trolls coming in and out and you're trying to look and you're trying to chuck them out and you're trying to talk to people. So Milo, when you saw that going on, that is what I was trying to say. You must know that. If people don't know that there's people, it's Hollywood, it's over here, it's the BBC, it's part of those people, it's part of the system, it's all over. It's not just in America, it's happening all over. But they are parts of these, like the Masons. The higher up you get, the more famous you get, the more nefarious things you have to do. Fact. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying she definitely did something, but people are starting getting looked into. I didn't even know she went into politics. Now that says one thing. Yeah. Children's politics. What are some of the MPs doing? What are some of the MPs? Why have they been trying in this country to put Tommy Robinson in prison and not bring it all of it up? Because they're part of it. And a lot of them are pedos. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them have gone that far, like Q said and Trump said. They've not crossed the red line. What is the red line? The children. Our world's children. So can people just get that into the head? Yeah. I'm very passionate about this, so is Roxanne. As you can see, Roxanne can hold her own, and so can I. And we're not going to shut up, and we're not going to give in. Especially off men who want to come and say disgusting things that some people were saying in her chat today, which is disgusting. I don't like narcissists. I don't like people who try and control people, and I don't like people who try and step on women and try and suppress them, because women have been suppressed for a very long time. Well, we're standing up now, and some people don't like it, but you're going to have to get used to it, because we're staying and we're not shutting up, basically. So I just want to throw that out there. Who are the terrorists at the minute? We haven't got ISIS anymore. It's Antifa. And what side have been supporting Antifa? Saw a bit of a video the other day where the Italian police were kicking their asses. Good, because they need their asses kicking. I get all that chat is so brief to elaborate. So, you know, people know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about stuff for the people who research properly. So, like it or not, if you believe in Q or not, some people don't. Oh, fanfare I am, because it's all connecting the dots everywhere at the minute. Things are going on. Watch arrests start happening in the holidays. I bet you any money. Why the Congress is on holiday, they're allowed to be arrested. What they're getting seen for? Lying all the time. Mueller couldn't answer the questions. No Russian collusion, nothing, but they still keep going, don't they? What's out now, Obama? Where's your birth certificate, Obama? We got told this ages ago. You're from Kenya, not from Hawaii, so you shouldn't have been an American president. But they put you in there, didn't they? Because these people don't get elected in, they get selected in. And the woman who had the birth certificate died in a plane crash. Not in the plane crash, she was in the water, and there was a frogman there, it looked like it. She was drowned. Nobody else died. Oh, it's just it's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, just a coincidence, really. Nothing's a coincidence. Nothing's a coincidence. What do you call it? Tip of the iceberg. No, I'm not doing the Illuminati sign. Tip of the iceberg. What's beneath the iceberg? Like I said, it doesn't surprise me what comes out with celebrities and this, that and the other, because nothing surprises me anymore. And if you want to put your head in the sand and believe nothing, you are going to have a shock when you wake up to it all. Hi everybody who's in. Crosshatch, Tina D, Carl, Billy, Denise, where we go, one we go, oh, Bam Bam, Milo, Billy, who else is in? Kieran, Frank, lifting the lid, Tapper, King, Bam Bam, did I say Bam Bam? Blue, Denise, whoever I might have missed off there. But what I'm trying to say is, people wake up to a lot of truth. It doesn't matter what truth you come to, you end up in the flat realm in the end. But when you start looking for questions about where we live, what things are going on, I don't get what's going on in this world that we live in. Hi Jerry. It's normally through trauma. And I've had a discussion to this about a lot of people. It's normally through trauma. Trauma, yeah, it could be a relationship breakdown. It could be, hi Stephen, it could be somebody died in the family. Anything that's traumatic to you is the same. Hi Sword 66, it's the same trauma. I tried to discuss this. I don't know if anyone's going to get what I'm saying. Somebody could have died in somebody's family. That could be traumatic. Somebody could have had a really bad relationship breakup where it broke the heart. The pain is the same. The pain is the same. Hi Frank Q, the pain is the same. It's a feeling. It's the same pain. So normally people come through truth out of a trauma, I believe, because that's when you start thinking, I don't understand. A lot of people come through it through a trauma-based something. If anyone gets what I'm saying, I know what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of people out there that believe it. Yeah, the army is now in control. Yes, it is, Frank Q. We are the news now. They are in control. There's a lot going on. Q is real, however, I'm very cautious. I'm not. Been on it all the time. If you know what Where We Go One stands for, Where We Go One, We Go All stands for, it's the little slogan of the JFK boat. You do know that JFK Jr. is still alive. The JFK, they used to go sailing. That was the bell, Where We Go One, We Go All, on their boat. Also, Q says boom a lot. A boom is off a boat. It's pieces of a boat called the boom. It all referenced back to JFK. Why JFK? Well, he got assassinated for what? What was he bringing out about secret societies? What did he also have in the background? Like the UN map. Do you think he didn't know about Flat Earth? I think they did, because there's been quite a few references off Q about it. I came through Flat Earth off Q, so, you know, can't be that bad, can it? But I've stayed on it for 3 years and never fell off, because when you're researching and you see what's going on behind the scenes, you see the truth. You see what MSM aren't reporting. This is why I always say to people, research. It's called Q. Question everything and research your damn self. Yourself. It doesn't just mean going around on people's YouTube channels that are really good, because there are loads of like Amazing Polly, but there's all different ones. There's loads of great people out there doing it. It's not just that. I know Google's part of it, but when you're actually researching little bits and adding it up together, joining dots of like, oh, hang on a minute, Hillary's family were mafia. I mean, a lot of them are. This adds up to that. She had a Haiti foundation for kids, really, and the woman that worked for her got caught trafficking children across the borders. What are all these, like, help the children? Not all of them, but these you start adding the dots, and then who worked for them, and they work for them, and they're in this area, and they're in that there, and they work in London, and they work over there, and they work in that country. No, it's funny how they're all connected, and they've married each other, and they're part of the Rothschilds and the Soros and the Rockefellers. Do you know what I'm saying? So, sorry. You know? Just saying. And then it all starts adding up, doesn't it? All starts adding up. Yeah, it's all connected. Thank you, Leland, because it's all connected. It's what I keep saying to people. Join the dots. It's not a coincidence. It all goes back to the Vatican and the Jesuits and this, that and the other. But people want to bury their head in the sands because they don't want the little bubble popping. Well, I had my bubble popped. Roxanne had her bubble popped. A lot of you in here had your bubble popped. And by the way, I'm not talking about people in chat, just like shouting at people that might be watching that don't know. You have to have your bubble popped of reality to find out actually what is going on. And that's why Roxanne and I now call ourselves Globalist and Eyes. It's not flat earth, even though we know we've been lied to about the shape. We don't know what model it is, but we've also been lied to about a lot of things. So you will have your bubble popped. Your bubble of reality will be popped. Get used to it. See that people are going to come out that you once loved, high up, big celebrities like Beyonce and people like that. Oh yeah, people like that. And find out what they're really about. That's when your heart will break, because you'll feel stupid for being deceived, because I see us as the fallen angels. We fell and got distracted by mobile phones, celebrities, because we're not looking at the stars in the sky, we're looking at the ones on TV. I don't watch TV. So just saying, yeah, thank you, Dino. We know about these people. The higher up they are, it's like the Masons. The higher up they go with fame, your kids are always like, I want to be famous. No, you don't want to be famous. No, you don't want to be famous. You don't know what that real world is. Like when everyone's on Facebook snapping pictures of themselves. Oh, look at me, I'm so happy and I'm so like this. People aren't like that behind that camera, and neither are the celebrities. It's bullcrap. So, just saying, like to throw it out there and say it as it is. I'm not bothered who gets offended, because people need to get a grip of themselves, get a bit of a stronger, get your armour of God on and strengthen yourself up, please, because talk out in truth. Talk out is one of the biggest things. They do not want us talking out. That's why they're censoring everywhere at the minute. So if I'm a bit, Miley Race out, if I'm a bit riled up today, I've got a damn right to be riled up. Some people say, don't get triggered. Well, sometimes it's good to get triggered, because people need to hear the truth. I'm sick of people pussyfooting around and acting like wet rags. Do you know what I mean? It's like, get a grip of yourself. Right, get a grip of yourself. PC second seat, yeah. Even Able Danger, I love what Able Danger's. I watched it. Yeah, and check out the Really Woke Show, because we're doing a Stockport meetup. It is. It's just near Manchester, but Stockport meetup is. I forgot what I was going to say then. Yeah, even on Able Danger, he swears now, don't cuss. Well, sometimes we have to, and even you knew 107 did as well, because we're sick of people being wet asses. Wet asses. Don't be so wet behind the ears. Get a grip. Just saying. Yeah, Beaver, yeah. Able Danger's great, and that was great yesterday. I mean, if some people can't work out who 107 is, 10717, and his voice, and they can't voice match that with somebody's great voice from someone who didn't want to be a great man, wanted to be a good man. Oh, yeah. And knows quite a lot about everything. But those who research know. So, just saying. Oh, it's Juan on there as well, so just saying. So, yeah. And I'll big my girl up, Roxanne. We're having a meet-up. We speak to each other all the time, mostly every day, with 007. But we haven't met in person. We're meeting in person in a couple of weeks. We will film it. I'll have to film it as well. I can't wait. I'm going to give her a big hug, because me and Roxanne are quite like each other. We're determined. We've had things in our life that are quite similar happen in certain situations, and we are sisters anyway. We're all sisters and brothers. We are all one. I've just seen someone going on in Speaker's Corner about what is it? Oh, the black sisters are from God. It's only that it's like we're all from We're all from the one. Get a grip and stop dividing people. Jesus, do you know what I mean? Yeah, SGT report is brilliant. Yeah, where we go one, we go all. And when people say, and where we go one, we go all, I don't like the things in that. Well, at the end of the day, where we go one, we go all is about everyone uniting. They go on about sovereignty. Sovereignty doesn't mean you can't join together and be teamwork. It's sovereignty, have your own mind sort of thing. But we do need to link up because they don't want us uniting. They don't want us talking. How do you get truth out if you can't talk? So anyone coming in and dividing, you are a divider. Why are you dividing? Yeah, come Milo, come to the meet up. I'd love Colin Turner to come. I haven't got a beef with him. It's just it comes out so different in a text. You know, if you're texting someone and you're trying to get something across, it doesn't come across right in a text. That's why I hate texting. It doesn't come right. He knows, and you can ask him. He knows what my intent is. My intentions for humanity is I want everyone to be uniting and talking truth and getting on. There should be no wars. World wars are man-made. We all know that. So we have to pay taxes for wars we haven't even made. We all want to be the same. Nobody has to be living in poverty. Nobody has to be starving. Global warming's a hoax. All this shit that they put out. You know, we're all working it out together, whether you believe in Q or not, this, that, and the other. It's all connecting the dots together. But the really woke show is not like, it's not the flat earth thing, it's all of it. It's all about we've been lied to, so you can come and talk about anything you want to talk about in this truth arena. So, but it is a meet up, so we can all meet each other face to face, see that people are real and not people just sat in basements, you know, being bots and shills and trolls. You know, and if someone's got a problem with someone else's channel because they're trying to get truth out, even if you're not into what they're trying to say, what are you? What are you? Are you a divider? If you're trying to divide and troll a channel constantly, what are you a part of? Because believe me, you are going to get seen for what you are. The popcorn on Able Danger, when they said the poppycock, what happens when popcorn, you know, and the shell comes off, you will be seen for what you are and what side you stand on. That's what it's about. When all this boils down, what are your intentions and what side do you stand on? You stand in fear or love? What side are you on? Are you for humanity or not? Are you for the globalists? Because the satanical globalists, really? But some people are because they're brainwashed. It's not even their fault. But I'm saying, when the shit hits the fan properly, it's not going to be good for the people who are properly asleep. And I believe people, I will come in chat in a minute, people who are properly asleep, they've never had a trauma in their life. They've just flat sailed all the way, so they don't look. Until you have some sort of trauma wake up thing that's happened and it's took you down a little bit and you've just thought, oh my god, where are we, what is this place, like what? And then you begin to take your journey. Like Roxanne says, it's all our journeys. It doesn't matter how you come to the truth, Q, whoever, whatever, it's connecting the dots. How you come to it, you will go on a journey for truth. And we know people have been in it way back, but it's been revving up year after year after year after year. That's why Trinity 4, Dave today said about someone saying something, oh yeah, because people are waking up all the time. So there are people out there that are trying to move the movement away. And they'll say they're part of the movement when they're not. So I'm sorry if things round me up sometimes, but sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what anyone's saying in chat at the minute, but sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for coming on here and saying what I talk about. I'm not in fear. If people want to say stuff, they should get on their own platform, but I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I come on here and I say it is as I see it, and there's a lot of people who, agree as well because they know what's going on. Well, Eric Trump is involved with QAnon because Trump is part of QAnon and the family, Trump's part of QAnon. Q drops, Trump tweets, coded messages. So, yeah, if you didn't know about that, they are part of the, JFK Jr., come on, they knew JFK Jr. Yeah, so, yeah, Trump's involved, Trump's part of Q. You only have to watch, if you haven't seen Q, whether you believe it or not, Q, The Plan to Save the World, the video, the remastered one, go and watch it. But like I said, those of us that know how when mainstream media are like, oh, he's so stupid, he says this and he says that and he can't spell and he's missed words out. No, he hasn't missed words out, it's coded. But those of you who can see know how it works. those of you who don't are going to think that he is stupid, but he's not. Eric Trump's great as well. Yeah, he stays out the spotlight. He doesn't have to be in the face. I mean, look at Melania. Trump's like the big mouth, bog on thing. Melania does it in her dresses. Melania does it in certain ways, like when she came over when she came over for yeah, my dad got suspended on Instagram, not Instagram, on Twitter, because he tweeted someone's Twitter and said they all need to hang because, you know, all these bad people, and he said it was an act of violence, and it's like, it's not really, is it? It's the truth. They do all need to hang. But yeah, say hi to Wax Dad's in the house. So yeah, and there's loads of stuff going on. I haven't been checking that much out over weekend, but it's like I said, those who don't research, I mean, it is literally like the film. They live, you know, when you take your glasses off, you're like, oh shit. Do you want me to show you something I saw today on the BBC? Just let me go and get it. This is quite funny. Right, so I have been doodling. I'm always doodling. This morning I come downstairs and Finn's got like his cartoon thing had gone off, and the BBC channel had come on, some breakfast programme, something or other. Guess what I saw? Can anyone see what I can see? Remember, symbology will be the downfall. Are you ready for this? Right, one of them, it's got Ross Kemp in it. Now, I'm not into Ross Kemp because, I think it's Ross Kemp because he was in EastEnders and all that, but he has not been standing up for stuff. He's just, nah, not into you, mate, but some people won't like that. Are you ready for this? Right. Right, some woman's having a bloody interview on this show, and I think it was the Sarah Cox show. I don't know who she is, I don't really care, but anyone see anything? Are you ready for this? Anyone see anything? Anybody see anything in this picture that's a bit odd? Symbolism will be the downfall. Anyone see anything? I'll just go through another picture. Anybody see anything in the background? Anything? Anything, anybody? Hang on. Do it again. Don't know how good it's picking up. Hang on. Not in focus, let me see. Not really in focus, but you see this picture, this plate? Got one eye like that. Right in the background, one of them, it looks like Audrey Hepburn or somebody. One of them's got the tongue sticking out, and one of them's like this. The one eye symbol. So, Boy George winking. Yeah, whoever it is in the back, I don't know who it is in the background, but whatever it is, it's funny how it's placed right behind the heads, but they do have things on stage in the background. I know that might sound whack to some people, but this is what they do. And I just saw it and thought, oh my god, a bit of a coincidence that, isn't it? No, not a coincidence. We'll just check that out again, shall we? Trying to get it in camera, but I don't. Can you see? The one at the bottom's got one eye. The other one's got a tongue sticking out. Right behind her head. It's really not. I mean, you can go and check this out, the one with the Ross Kemp on yourselves anyway. red and blue. So, yeah, red couch, blue background, red couch. So I just thought that was quite funny. I was like, oh yeah. Because I know Ross Kemp did something, I don't know if it was a Tommy Robinson thing and all that, and he was like, you're not no big good man. I don't see you like that at all. I don't see you like that. Yeah, they're laughing at us. They've always been laughing at us. As they say, it's in plain sight. Exactly. In plain sight. It's always been in plain sight. Who has a circle of framed pictures too? I don't know. Who has a circle framed pictures? Kemp is a shill. Yeah, I think he is, because I can't remember what I saw him on. I just thought, oh, you're not the guy I thought you were. And this is what I was saying before about there were going to be many people that you thought you liked, and you're going to find out they're complete assholes. Just saying. Not everybody. Like I said, there's blackmailing gone on over time and in history and this, that and the other, but be prepared, because one of the biggest traitors that you will find out about is, are you ready, ladies? George Clooney. Just throwing that out there, but luckily I was never really into him. I tell you who I was into, and my sister, Mel Gibson. He's a good one. So was his dad with the Native American Indians. Just throwing that out there. Don't have to explain myself. If you've done the research, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But just saying, for an example, you know, be prepared. Don't be looking up to no stars until we find out who's who properly. Rebecca Brooks a while ago, BBC. Yeah, people don't understand about the BBC, and it's like, oh my god. Clooney, yes, Alec Baldwin, yeah, and the guy, everybody liked him in the Mafia films. What's he called? Said fuck Trump. What's he called? Robert De Niro. Secret Societies. Yeah. Braveheart, Mel, and he did Passion of the Christ. They didn't want him to do Passion of the Christ. He had to use his money to do Passion of the Christ. That's why Mel Gibson was always a drunk, always this, and they assassinated his character. Said he was a big drunk and all that. They did it with Brian Harvey over here. You might not know what's going on with Brian Harvey over here, but that's what they did to Brian Harvey. Tried to make out the mad. They either try and make out you're mad, ill, you're a loon pot, you were drunk, this, that and the other. They make stories up, they put it in mainstream media, and everyone believes it. That's how they do it. Who controls the media controls the masses' minds. So, just saying, it's very true. So, that's why I said before, I don't need people coming telling me this, that and the other. Even if Floella Benjamin wasn't involved, what I'm saying yet again is, I will repeat myself, is there is a lot of people out there that you think aren't part of something, and they are, and the people you have looked up to. Yes, thank you, Frank Q, those that speak the loudest. Exactly. Why are they shouting out? Bette Midler. What have you been shouting out, Bette Midler? That was a bit of a racist comment. That was a racist comment, love. Yeah. Your little elite little shenanigans are falling down now, aren't they? Worldwide, all falling down. We see who you are. And if you don't know what Hollywood stands for, Holly, the name, wood, wand, satanical. There's two sides by that as well. People going about witches, warlocks, all this, that and the other. There's two sides. There's the light side and the dark side. They're for the dark side. Hollywood is not what you think it is. Hollywood is an enticing place to entice new talents over, young girls and young boys, and then they get controlled like Britney Spears in the Mickey Mouse Club. We know what Mickey Mouse is, 666. Kids, where there's kids, there's paedophiles preying on young children, as we're beginning to learn now with the Disney and people getting arrested. So it's all adding up, isn't it? Where there's a lot of children, but also there was a boat that went to Epstein's Island, or it went to Little St. James's. The Disney cruises went to Little St. James. Really? Another of Epstein's Island. Kids. What was going on there? Were they being trafficked from different places? I think they were. Maybe the boat in Iran. Is it oil? Or are they trafficking kids? Because they traffic them from all over. Hillary Clinton, don't get in my way. I've got a Haiti Foundation for kids. I bet you have. Look into that. Pedowood, exactly. Hollywood the Wonderland from Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, and that's why they're calling the Q side of it. Alice is Hillary, Follow the White Rabbit. You go down for a lot of holes. You've got to come up though. You can go down them. Like the guy was saying on Roxanne's channel today about, know thyself. It is about know thyself, but you can find these things out. Everyone goes there at some point on their journey of looking at everything. Everyone goes, oh, I've been there before, well, I've done this. Well, you've got to let people do it. As long as you come out of those rabbit holes, it's all about being aware. That's what it comes down to. So, what you're saying in chat, Brian Harvey has been treated like shit because he knows. Yeah, Brian Harvey has been treated like shit because he knew about one of his bosses that was raping someone in his band or whatever all that stuff was about. They tried to make out he was mad. You know, and that's how they push him out. They either get rid of you or kill you off. You know, like when Lisa Lopez died. You know, all these are people adding it up. These celebrities have died. There's been a group of them. Someone died in a plane crash. Someone got shot. Tupac got shot. Yeah, Tupac knew. All those people knew. Michael Jackson knew. They knew what was going on. They tried to shut people up. Seth Rich was his name. Someone said about Sandy Berners. Sandy Berners, he was on Bernie Sanders, sorry. He was on the Democrat side until he found out what was going on. And then he passed the information over to someone called Julian Assange. And then killed him, and everyone goes, it was a robbery. And it's like, no, it wasn't a robbery. He got killed by MS-13 gang members. Who do they work for? The Democrat side. And then they were found dead. So don't give me that shit. People need to research. Seth was his name. He had a name, and his name was Seth. Seth Rich. Katy Perry Katy Perry's evil. She does songs about eating, you know. Yeah. What was the song? Bon Appetit. What with legs and arms sticking out and all that. No wonder Russell Brand got away from her. If you want to be a star in Hollywood, you must join the satanic. Well, yeah, it's like masonry. It moves up in different levels. The more famous you come, the more you have to do. If you're selling your soul to the devil, which is what a lot of them do, and you're not bothered about it, the stuff that you're doing because you want fame and money, you're getting seen for what you are. You know what I mean? So, for there is nothing hidden which shall not be made manifest, none anything secret that shall not be known. Exactly. And JFK shouted out, what was it, 6 days before, don't quote me on that, before he got assassinated, about secret societies. When the secrets are out of the secret societies cannot work because we know, and this is what I'm saying, and this is what's happening. Yeah, celebrities supposedly suiciding themselves with a red tie on a doorknob. Yeah, there's been loads of suicides with a red tie on a doorknob. How do you suicide yourself with a red tie on your own doorknob? It's murder. All these celebrities that have died in the past, do you really think that's a coincidence? Oh, such and such a body's dropped dead, or such and such a body's suicide. Really? They know stuff. Are they going to talk out? What are they going to do? Oh, they're just sick. But remember, there's a lot of celebrities out there that didn't want to be a part of it and have been blackmailed. But now they're starting to see it fall down. They will start talking out because they know these people, you know. So doorknob, then they fake killing of Epstein. So just let me go up a little bit. Oh, MS-13 isn't fake. MS-13 isn't fake. They are real gang members. They do disgusting things to children, women, men, chop them up in little pieces. It's not fake. They're just given a lot of money to do what they do. They're not fake. Believe me, they're not fake. That's why mainstream media went mad and said Trump was calling illegal immigrants animals. No, he was calling MS-13 animals because they are animals. They murder and butcher children, women, men, whatever. They're disgusting. Disgusting animals. They are disgusting animals. They're very real. What do you think Gitmo's been revving up for? What do you think the FEMA camps are revving up for? Everyone think the FEMA camps are for people. More like sticking lots of gangs in. That's what they're for. They weren't before. It was one world order. They were going to be for the people. Who do you think directs MS-13? That side. The Democratic side. You know what I mean? Oh, it's not a bogeyman. Go and research it. MS-13 people are real. You know? Not getting into that. A lot of us know. JFK Jr. go on Able Danger and have a bit of a listen over there. We're not bothered when I'm not bothered. It's like, could be Christmas, Santa Claus, United States. You know, like something was said yesterday, these people are still out there and they're still bad. So I just trust the plan and I trust whatever time I'll go with it. I'm fine. You can hear him and see him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they've spent millions on Gitmos. They've spent millions on Gitmos and it's been extended. Why? Woof! Can't think why. I think they're just extending it for just fun, aren't they? They're just extending it for nothing. But remember, Congress are on holiday, and when Congress are on holiday, they can be arrested. They can't be arrested when they're working. Just saying. Yeah, MS-13 is Hillary's hitman. Yep. Yeah. And that's why we say about JFK Jr. If you knew what had gone on in your family, 6 people had been assassinated in your family running for Senate, wouldn't you fake your death? I would. We're not talking about MS-13, Carl. It's all out there, you know what I mean? That's not what we're going on about. You know. So the elite have money, they pay for the problem to go away. They can pay for the problem to go away. Yeah, but the thing is with the elites, the little world's getting taken down, isn't it? It's like a ladder, and all the pieces of the ladder are being brought down. Once the last piece is taken out, all falls down. Saudi, Soros, Rothschild's triangle. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't go from the top to the bottom because there's minions, isn't there? You have to go from the bottom to the top. So when all the minions have fell apart, the ones who work for them, because if you went from the top to the bottom, the minions would just try and get in place. Someone else would try and get in place in that pyramid. So you go from the minions like this. You go from the minions in the middle, and once you take this piece out and all the minions fall down, the top one falls down. Like I just said, it's like a ladder. You take them pieces out of those people who were connected to that person at the top of the ladder falls apart when that last piece is taken out, that last piece that holds it together. You don't go from the top to the bottom because someone else will just rise back in power. So you go for all the little minions, and then you get them out of the way, and then you go for the top. And then no more. But like I'm saying, once the people wake up, a lot are waking up to how they work their symbolism. It doesn't mean that symbolism is bad everywhere. Like, you know, hearts mean girls on the pizza thing. You know, we've got hearts anyway, but it's their symbolism. But their symbolism, once we know how they work through numerology and symbols and the way they communicate with each other, without us noticing, normally they communicate through music and everything on TV. We wouldn't know, but if you're part of that crew, they know. It can't work when you all know. How can secrets work in a secret society if everybody knows about it? It doesn't. And that's what JFK was trying to say. So he was talking about secret societies. Go and listen to what he said before he was assassinated. Do you not think JFK Jr. knew what would happen to him if he ran against Hillary? Of course he would. The day before he was flying, or a couple of days before, he had a cast on his leg. What from learning how to parachute out of a plane? He had a cast on his leg. Go and listen to Q, the Plan to Save the World, and then go and listen to one of many JFK Jr.'s interviews and match the voices up. MS-13, most notorious gang in Western Hemisphere. Yeah, and people, do you know what I mean? Yeah, royal family. Yeah, I've never been into them. Ugh, no. But they've been told. That's why there's a lot of shit in the thing about the royals at the minute, because they're going, I don't know what's going to happen there. It's like our politicians that way. Just watch this space with Boris. Something's going to happen. FISA maybe. If that comes in, because he's giving it out, someone's looking at it. It ties in the whole of the UK and the people that were involved and everywhere else anyway. So, you know, hey. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, animals are lovely. There isn't a word for them. The monsters. Evil. Yeah, a magician can fool you if you see how the trick is done. Yeah, a magician can't fool you if you see how the trick is done. And that's what they are, magicians. Hollywood. It's all smoke and bloody, camera smoke, lights, camera, action. What it is. When people laugh, there's more truth in like sci-fi and fantasy films than there is in the stuff that they put in the news, because it's bollocks. Mythology years back, the Greek mythology, this, that and the other, there's more truth in that. All that means is they were stories brought down from generation to generation, like the Hopi Native American Indians and stuff like that. It's all real. People going before on Roxanne the Globalist and I going on about, what is it, Darwin's theory. It's a theory. That isn't a fact. It's a theory. People are stupid. It's not. My mum said that. She went, yeah, well, it's not a fact. It's somebody's theory. We came from apes. Okay, so it's like someone said in chat, why are all the apes about now not evolving into humans then? It's a theory. A theory does not mean it's fact. Oh. Pakistani Prez was here the other day tossing coins in his hands with Nancy Pelosi trying to bribe her. But like I said, they're all going to get seen for what they are all over, because they are doing, you know. So it's like I said, it's just to say to people out there, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying everybody's involved in it, but what you've got to realise is, please don't be in shock if you hear of someone being part of something like sex trafficking or this, that and the other, whatever's coming out, because it's not nice. When it's someone you looked up to as a child star, or a big massive celebrity, you better get used to it. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, I don't know. Who knows? But this is what I mean. It doesn't mean that even people that you look up to that are godly. The Pope. I'm sorry, the Pope. What have they just been digging up in Vatican? A kid went missing, but they found loads of, found loads of bodies there, bones there, but not this. But they've not found the girl. Yeah, that's all right. They've not found it. But what have they found there? What is under the Vatican? Everything goes back to the Vatican. Everything goes back to the Vatican. Like I've said, yeah, Pope on a rope, exactly. The Vatican. Let's go from the bottom of the list to the top of the list. I'm not going out everywhere. Let me just read it out. Right. Follow the White Rabbit. Exclusive order, because this is what it's all about basically. Human rights abuse, yeah. So I can't see chat, so among yourselves. The calm before the storm, October 2017. The calm before the storm. Storm's here. Pyramid sacrifice, Las Vegas massacre. Fake news. We are transferring power from Washington DC and giving it back to you, the people. MAGA. Yeah? I'm just going to read this out so I can't see what anyone's saying. Trump versus Hillary election. Pizzagate, blackmail, paedophilia, sex trafficking. Above that, Obama's birth certificate. Isn't that what they're going on about now? Iraq invasion, WTC 7, 9/11 tower sacrifice, most of us know about that. George W. Bush, that goes on to anthrax attacks on media, and Skull and Bones Society, most of us know about that. Princess Diana, 1997 Queen sacrifice, Hillary Clinton and Bill Hillary Clinton, above that, New World Order. Well, they didn't get in, did they? Pindar, the Round Table, the Committee of 300, Council of 13, four-dimensional negative entities, Illuminati card game, that was 1982, Watergate, Richard Nixon, 1969 to 1974, MK Ultra, we'll talk about that in a minute, JFK assassination, King sacrifice, Vietnam, Dwight D. Eisenhower military industrial complex, space secret program, Project Paperclip Nazis US citizenship, just saying, Bilderberg 1954, CIA 1947, where they did bring in the whole, they were the ones that made up the word conspiracy theory, make people look nuts. The Pentagon, Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler, Treaty of that was Roxanne, I've just knocked her off by accident. The Federal Reserve, because that's what a lot of it's about. The Federal Reserve, and then you have the Titanic, which is killed off opposition to the Federal Reserve. Most of us know about that. The FBI, 1908. Aleister Crowley, 1875 till 1974. Freemasonry, above that. Above that is Rothschild, Zionism. The Declaration of Independence, July the 4th, 1776. Above that, Pope Clementine's suppression of the Society of Jesus, 1773. Above that, Black Nobility, the Jesuit Society of Jesus, the Vatican, Catholicism, can never say it, and it says the key, and then it's got God soldiers, yeah, and above that we've got technology and slash spirituality. People think we're coming into technology, we're not, we always had it, way back when. Divide and conquer, the Khazarian mafia, fake Jews. We've got war and violence, and yeah, all that good stuff on the actual map with everything in it. Yeah, so just wanted to read that out. Yeah, Duracell bunny. So yeah, just wanted to chuck a bit out of there. Shock for a lot of people. 67% of US tax dollars comes direct to the UK crown and on to the Vatican. Exactly. So you know, it all connects to everything, whether you believe in Q or not. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people's minds are open, Carl. You know, a lot of people's minds are open way back, and you've got to let other people wake up as well. But what I am saying to people that were awake ages ago is they think that it stopped somewhere. Like, a lot of people are still in the New World Order. Think it's like things change and things can change. A lot of things have changed. You know. Hello, I'm on YouTube. It's Roxanne, the globalist denier. I'm on YouTube. Like, it's Roxanne. I'm on YouTube. I'm like, it's Roxanne. Are you driving home? Are you driving? Someone's just subscribed. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, go on. Yay! Because they don't want to talk on camera. Yay! Yeah. Yay! I will report to the troops in a minute. I will report to the troops in a minute. No, that's brilliant. Yeah. I don't think. Can you hear him? Can you hear me talking to Roxanne? I don't know if they can, but I'll tell them what you said. She says, shout out the chat room if you can hear her. I don't know if you can, but she says, shout out the chat room. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, I'll tell them all. Ah, good. Alright, bye. Bye. Right, that was Roxanne, the globalist denier. Thank you, QD. She just is reporting back that she is leaving. Yeah, I can't agree on what the truth is. Well, I just believe at the end of the day, whatever it is, we know for a fact we've all been lied to, and the truth will come out. So, you know. Roxanne, oh there's a lovely Roxanne. Roxanne is leaving. She kept getting pulled back and chatted to, saying people who don't want to go on camera, saying they know they've been lied to, they know there's something up with the details that we've been told, which I think is brilliant. People are waking up to, that's why Roxanne says what she says, the globalist deniers, we know we've been lied to. A lot of people are now knowing, we're waking up to lies. So what? Why have they lied? What are they lying about? Then you do think about, well, where do we live? If you're lying about this, this, this and this, where the frig do we live? What you know? So Roxanne's brilliant. I'm going to speak to her after. Me and Roxanne and 007 are always in contact with each other. We don't care if people are listening on their phones. We're like, you know, double letter agencies, whatever you call them. Hi, we ain't shutting up. But she said, well, she's in chat anyway. She said hi. Yeah, so many people came forward when going off the camera. A lot of people don't want to be on the camera. There's a lot of people out there sat in the homes today who would love to talk about something. They don't speak up because the family just look at them like, they don't want to feel stupid. Who cares? Know thyself. If you feel there's something wrong, speak up, whether your family think you're nuts or not. I'm just lucky my daddy Waxman in the house is my dad. And he woke me up. My mum thinks I'm crazy, but he's coming round to a bit of it. But she's in the sort of like, yeah, well, I knew about that, but, you know, you can't do anything about it. Yes, we are, mother. We are doing something about it this time. It doesn't stop if you don't stand up and speak out. Hi, 007, and 007's in the house as well. Me, 007, and Roxanne are always talking behind the scenes. So, you know, that's how we get on. That's how we've never met in real life, but me and Roxanne are meeting in a few weeks in real life, and it's great. And this is why I say these people who come into chat rooms trying to divide and saying that, oh, we're shills and we work for the FBI, all this crappy stuff, people making stupid hit pieces on people. You can't get anywhere if you don't connect to people. We are social beings. I don't mean their socialism of what they put out, but we connect. They don't want people connecting, because if you're connecting, you're putting truth out, and people are like, yeah, that's what I thought, and I thought I was going mad. They don't want you connecting and realising that most of the stuff they say is shit twisted up and lies, and half of history is bullshit. Because it is, I'm sorry. The Bible's got lies in it. Everything's got lies and it's twisted up. So I say you'll get more out of a fantasy film than you will on the news or anyone else, because that they put stuff in there, it's a law of one. You look at it like, oh yeah, yeah, because you just think, oh, it's bullshit. Oh, hang on, somebody's at the door. Alright, it's just a delivery guy for my son, because he's obviously not liking my healthy regime that we're on at the minute. Homemade pizzas with no meat on. Oh well. But who controls the media controls the world. Yeah, they do. That's what I've been shouting out. Who controls the media it's mind control. MK Ultra, it's the same thing. They used MK Ultra years ago with military. It's still been going on. Think about it. If you're putting stuff out in the 1950s, 40s, 50s, when TV first came out, all families started sitting in front of the TV and watching TV. They get brainwashed, subliminal messaging and everything. That's how they realised they could, we can brainwash people. They believe what they're seeing. My granddad worked for the newspapers and said, don't believe everything you read. But people do. Got to get my paper every morning, bit of a routine, got to listen to it. Oh, it's setting me off on a big, like, I'm angry about this and I'm angry about that. No, you know what I mean? I'm not saying everything's, but you know what I mean? You just lap it up. You lap it up and believe it, because what the news are telling you. Yet you'll see other things going on in your own area, and you're like, hang on. People telling me I'm stupid, like they've got machete killings happening in their area and they can't understand what's going on, but they want people to come in illegally through the borders. You got stabbings going on in London that Khan is not sorting out. But London's great. That's why Trump shouted out and said it's a shithole. That's what he meant. Oh, people get offended, don't they? But they can see what's going on in their own area. So when mainstream media lie. So I just say what I see. I don't care who gets offended, because like I said at the beginning, people are wet behind the ears these days. illegal immigrants isn't a mistake. I don't get why people get offended. People say it's racist. It's absolutely pathetic. If you're going into another country, you have to go in legally. If you're going in illegally, what's your intentions? Why do you lock your door at night? Why do you have a house and lock your door? Why do people have perimeters around the house? Because you don't want anyone just walking in. That's stupid. Yeah, maybe way back when we were all in like harmony with everyone. You know, when people say we didn't used to lock our doors. Well, yeah, because you had people in your area that thought the same way and they were good, be good to thy neighbour and all that. That I'm sorry, that shit doesn't happen that much now because of what's going on. So people like that, cognitive dissonance, it's stupid. What do you lock your door for then? Do you just let anybody in your house? You know, whatever. Yeah, we didn't need locked up, but we do now, and that's just the way it is because there's people out there who want to harm people. They want what they haven't got. But they're coming from areas that maybe haven't got a lot because really, it's like I've said before, there should be nobody living in poverty. Nobody should be starving. We've got enough for everybody, but those that powers are falling down didn't want it like that, didn't they? They wanted everyone divided, fighting through race, religion and gender, and that's what's happening. That is what's been happening. 17:38 anytime, my time. You know, so this is why I just come out and have a rant sometimes because I'm like, it's, yeah, purposely done, exactly. So people who sit there going, oh, we don't need borders, love thy one, love thyself. Well, we do need borders at the minute. We do need them. If you're that stupid to think we don't, I'd like leave your doors open at night then. Why'd you lock your door? Why'd you lock your door? You know? It's all about dividing. And if people realise they've been used, even in different cultures, that think they're better than other cultures, this, that and the other, and they're all arguing at the minute, it's all to divide. You're being used. We are all from one being. We are all one. You know, yes, we may have different hues, human beings of skin colour. We all bleed red, though, at the end of the day. So, raw dolliness. Yeah, I'm on a roaring, fiery, bloody lioness thing tonight because it pisses me off. That's when I start cussing. There'll be people going, oh my God, you say you're spiritual, but you're cussing. Get a grip. Do you know what I mean? Get a grip. Like I've said before, the meek will go to heaven. Well, the meek won't be going anywhere if they get trodden all over, will they? So sometimes the meek have to stand up. I used to be meek-ish. I'm not meek anymore. Yeah, snowflake society, exactly. But some of us have to stand up for the meek. It doesn't mean to be weak, to be meek. You have to stand up. There's different waves, I think. There's the meek that do certain stuff, and then there's different types of warriors, I'd say. You've got to stand up. If we were all quiet, this would just creep in because that's what it's doing. That's why they've got out hate speech. It's not hate speech, it's free speech. They don't want you talking about anything. That's why they're censoring everywhere. They don't want you talking about it. Yeah, stand for something. Not Nike, stand for something. So what's the saying of Nike? F off. That's a load of bollocks. I'm not being funny, I don't care who's in here that doesn't like Trump. Trump stood for something. He sacrificed basically his life and his family for all the shit that they get chucked at him for what he's doing now and being part of Q. Believe it or not really interested if you're not into Q and you don't believe that about Trump. That's fine, but just know we have all been lied to. Truth is coming out and it will come out in the end for everyone to see, and who's a part of the shill society, let's say, who stands for don't forget, there's a lot of people brainwashed. They think they're on the side of good, like certain, this is going to offend people, gay pride, the pink pussy brigade, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's fine. It's the stuff that's underlined underneath that gender, what they're trying to bring in, and it's all to do with kids. So people need to get a grip, you know. That's not dissing those movements, but there was an agenda coming in with certain Soros pushing certain things. He'd been pushing certain things under a label, you know, and people think they're doing the right thing and they're not. Yeah, get up, stand up for your rights, exactly. Yeah, PC is another agenda they use to control us. Yeah, political correctness kills free speech. Yes, it does, Dad. Exactly. Anyone who's new on my channel, you're not looking out there and, oh, you can't say this. You can't call a manhole cover because It's sexist. It's getting stupid. It is getting pathetic. Have you seen the picture of, they've took a school to a feminist art place and there's a woman stood there, I'm going to show you, with her boobs out and everything out, and they've got all the sexual things on the table. Kids don't need to see that. They don't need to be taken to a feminist art. It's not art. It's not art. They're trying to get paedophilia in and make it all right because that's what they do, consent into everything. And it's like, oh, it just makes me sick. Just had a very unawakened friend watch The Great Hack, and she was, and still is, terrified. Says it is the scariest thing she's ever seen. The Great Hack, I watched it, just laughed all the way through. I was like, there they go with the bullshit, trying to twist it on Trump as per usual. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Netflix, who Obama was, part of, is, or had a piece of or something, is called The Great Hack, and if you watch it, it's hilarious because they've tried to turn it on Trump yet again. Analytica, they tried to put Trump with, and Farage with, and is it John Brennan? Oh, what's his name? I can't remember what his name is. It's bollocks. They've tried to twist it so it gets in people's heads who are asleep. Obviously, that's why she's scared. The Great Hack, yeah, it's pathetic. It's on Netflix. If you know about what's been going on, and you know about, is it Steve Bannon? You just watch it, and the Democrats, it's got it in the background. I hate the way they've done it as well. Democrats, they are trying to blame Trump again. It's absolutely hilarious. They've tried to say that Russia, Trump has got how they turned it. So with what would you call it? Programming of the elections, of how they swung it for Trump. No, they were trying to swing it for Hillary. We all know that. That's why she was so surprised and never had a speech when she lost. So please watch it. It's hilarious. If you want to laugh at something, go and laugh at that. Yeah, it's called The Great Hack. The new film that's come out, I thought was out, which is out now, is it The Great War? So the one about Tesla and Edison. So I really need to see that. See if they're reporting truth or not, because Tesla was the good guy with all the currents and actually made the light bulb, not Edison. He just wanted the money, he wanted us all on a meter. So, yeah, the Demo-twats, the Demo-rats, the demon rats, that's what I call them. Steve Bannon, yeah, exactly, because Steve Bannon was going to do the whole the Trump film, and so they're trying to tie that in. It's absolutely pathetic the way they've done it. Pathetic. That's what we say, Kieran, it isn't left and right, it's right and wrong. So they go the far right and all that, it's like, no, it's right and wrong. That's it. Illegal immigrants, it's wrong to come in illegally. If you want to come into a country, come in legally like everybody else. Otherwise, what are your intentions in another country that maybe you don't hold the law for, or traditions or certain cultures? You just want to poo all over it. Well, like Trump said, and they said it was racist. He never mentioned anything about race, religion, or anything. He just said, if you don't like America, to those, if you don't like America, leave. If you don't like the UK, leave. If you don't like to go by the laws of the UK and this, that, and then leave. That's not racist. That's saying if you're moaning, leave. If you don't like where you live, go somewhere else. I haven't even checked Q today, so I think they're going on about Obama at the minute and his birth certificate, because we all know he wasn't born in Hawaii, he was born in Kenya. There's videos saying he was born in Kenya. That means he wasn't an American citizen. So that means he shouldn't have been president, but we all know he was brought in. So it's all about being open-minded, just like Roxanne the Globalist and I said. She had loads of people off camera talking, saying we know, it's not where we live, or we're looking at this, that and the other, because some people don't want to be on camera because they don't want to be seen, by family or friends or people, because they just think they're mad. Yeah, while Congress is away, the month of August is traditionally a really hot month. Nature is unpredictable. Q. But as I was saying, while they're away, that means they might have accidents, they're allowed to be arrested or whatever way it happens. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Daddy Dragon just done a great video on Obama. Please check UK Daddy Dragon's channel out. He's just done one on Obama. Daddy Dragon is brilliant. He's off We the People 24/7 that I used to watch a lot of. He does a lot of stuff on Brexit and the fact that we actually left ages ago and it's going through court, this, that and the other. Like I said, MK Ultra before, his MK Ultra was brought out years ago. They still do it now in Hollywood, and it's just programming. I don't know how many times I have to say TV's called TV programs. It's programming, yeah. It's a program. Computer games are a program. Yeah, I call him Obama. Obama and Big Mike. Big Mike and Obama. Big Mike and Obama. Yeah. So, hey, they come here as criminals and get what people who made mistakes when young can't get in. Anyone. The director of the National Intelligence, Dan Coates, is expected to step down. He has been at odds with President Trump. This is what I mean when people don't research, because there's that many people standing down, they've been fired, they've had suicide, whatever, all this stuff all over the realm, and no one's like, it's just a coincidence, it's just a coincidence, I'm sorry, it's just a coincidence. No, it isn't. No, it isn't a coincidence. There's no such things as coincidences. Well, in America, the death sentences are back for those that have done stuff to kids, so there you go. Oh, it should, there you go. Remember, Trump knows all. Yes, Trump does know all. New Q, AG Barr will bring justice to Obama officials. Oof, I can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait for all these snowflakes to crumble as well. Not in a nasty way. It's just like, God. Yes, he will. Yeah, he will. It's going to be a good week and a couple of weeks. Don't forget, this is still going to be ongoing for a while. But the more change people see and the more people going down and things happening and people getting arrested, everyone's like, we only want people to see. We only want people to be aware instead of lapping up the MSM like little cats with milk. It's like, no, people. Yeah, exactly. See, some people say, oh, God forgives and you must forgive. Yeah, I can forgive the people who have been blackmailed because they've been blackmailed. And when this was very high, with all these people, how it's always been for a while, very tight, then, yeah. But these people who have done horrendous things, especially to children as well, I'm sorry. Nah, I'm sorry. Does that make me unspiritual to say I don't forgive these people? Because there's people who didn't know what they were doing and didn't know what they're getting themselves into. Those people I just believe are empty souls that damn well knew. Maybe they're not even human. I don't know. But maybe they got taken over. But I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? No thanks. Yes, it will take a year to get them all, but once they have started to go, they start. Well, I actually think some were done the other year. It's been creeping up. Start going faster. Yeah, that's what's been happening. Yes, that's what's been happening. I think there's things that we don't know about that have already been done. I mean, people don't know about McStain McNoname. He was. Some people say lethal injection, wasn't it? That was a. What do you get it? What do you call it? Like a. What's the word? Assassinated sort of thing, or whatever you call it. He said he had cancer, but Q said, didn't he, months and months before National Dog Day, that every dog has its day. He died on National Dog Day. Oh, it's just a coincidence. It's just a... Really? Okay. These people will be eradicated off the earth. Yeah, alright then. You made a great point about Gitmo earlier. Yeah, Gitmo has... If anyone looks at Gitmo, this is where I say to people, please, execute. Thank you, you knew what I was saying. But when I say to people, educate yourself, you can go and look at pictures now from before when Gitmo was not as big and, I don't know, it might have been crumbling down. Now, it's been extended. Why has it been extended? For who? How many sealed indictments? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Last time I knew about the sealed indictments, it must have been about up to 60,000. It could be up to 800. I don't know. But there can be like 100 people in one indictment. How many is there? That's why it's taken a long time. When people go, well, I don't see anything happening. Oh, why didn't Trump just do this? Why didn't Trump just do that? Pentagon exercises and power outrages in DC yesterday. Helicopters, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, WCDC ambassador. Exactly. They say, oh, exercises. It's not exercises. They're going in for people. More like arrests and stuff. I think some of the heads of the snake are being cut off. They definitely are. It's like I've said before. What was I saying before? I was going to say something, then I can't remember. It might come back to me in a minute. Oh yeah, when people go, why didn't Trump just drop it ages ago? You can't drop all that truth because it's massive. Tip of the iceberg, people. On the masses of the world, they will just go, they will dysfunction. So like I've said many times before, year after year I've been on this, there's people here that are awake. Yeah, maybe there's other people that are more awake, but we're here to help those that wake up when all this drops. If you all woke up at the same time, it wouldn't work, would it? That's why there's been waves of people waking up year after year after year, and people go, I was awake 50 years ago. Okay, it's not a race, but we couldn't have done it all at the same time. It would have been like the purge. Everyone had been running around, killing each other, going mad, going, I don't know, you're a this, you're a that, chucking all this stuff out of reptilian God. Everyone would be like, ugh. So that's the way it's been done. They had to do it on the CHAN boards, because some people don't realise is they couldn't get it on mainstream media, because who owns mainstream media? They're the enemy of the people. Do you really think mainstream media is going to go, yeah, it's alright, Q, put your shit on here and let everybody know? They didn't want people knowing, that's why they're suppressing it. Did anyone see Baby Q? It's coming out though, you can't stop what's coming, and they know it, so they're in panic. What do we say panic stands for? Or what was it now? Panic. Patriots, what was it? Are now in control. Patriots are now in control. Panic. They're panicking. That's why you've got to be aware. You know, they're not going to go down lying down, but you know, there you go. Oh, thank you. There's up to 100,000 indictments, and they have already started being unsealed. Yes, they have. Trump said that the other day. Wake up, people. There are people being arrested all around the world. We won't see the high profile ones publicly. Thank you, Bonnie M. Thank you. Somebody who knows. Been saying this before. Exactly. We're not going to see all the high profile ones. I'm not really bothered as long as these people go down. But there are 100,000 sealed indictments that are now being opened. Trump said that the other day. And people are being arrested all around the world. But mainstream media aren't reporting. They've reported snippets or paedophilia or something. But they don't want people to know. But this is why I keep saying, people, 100,000 indictments. Hello? How many people involved in one? There's 100,000. So when people say nothing's happening, it's like, hello, there's 100,000. How many people have they had to get in court and everything to do all this? It takes time. This is why people think Q was just brought in 3 years ago and the plan started 3 years ago. The plan did not start 3 years ago. It dropped 3 years ago. So sorry for the people who can't research properly. This is why I keep going on and on about it. But who will televise it? Well, what did they do on the day of JFK's assassination? It will break out because some channels will have to start putting it out there. Fox News is quite good. They're a bit, you know, you've got Hannity and them lot, only a couple of hours a day, but they do talk the truth where the others don't. But we are the news. We are the news. If they don't start reporting truth and snippet and things start coming out of people, oh well. They do have a getting into program, what's it called, where they can break into it, because Melania had the dress on at the parade, the colours. Melania's dress, she trolls in her dresses. When she came to the UK, she had dresses on like Princess Diana. A dress that she had on the parade was white with colours, and it stood for the, oh Dad, please help me out, what was it, what did the dress stand for now? We now found out Mother Teresa was trafficked. She probably was. Do you know what I mean? People go, how dare you say that? Well, nothing surprises me. There's people there who pretend they're all godly, and they're not. Because you trust them. The people that you trust, police, the people that are trusting child services, I'm not talking about all the people that work for them. It can be the higher ups. They're not the people you think they are. And I will say that again, not everybody. Like in the Masons, the ones at the bottom don't know, because if they were asked, they wouldn't know. It's the higher up you go. It's not everybody. But people have been blackmailed. This is what people have got to get used to. So The colour bands from the TV. Yeah, what was it called? I might not have seen anyone say anything then. Can't remember what I had for breakfast. Oh, Dad, you do. She had stripes on, and it was for the TV when it breaks into a programme. Like they did with JFK, it broke into the system. So there's a system that you can put up that will break into, like if you're all watching a channel, you know when they've took the mick and like an alien invasion thing comes on, so the aliens put it all over TV. What's it called? They can break into the TV programmes and overtake it, whatever that's called. Broadcasting thing. What's it called? TV broadcasting bloody alert system thing. Yeah, emergency broadcast. Her dress was white with the colours on of the emergency broadcasting. She trolls in a fashion. Just like when she went to the Egypt and she had a white hat on because they stood in front of Mount Rushmore ages ago asking for the yet again assassination of Trump, because they have tried many times, and I believe that they were going after Plotus this time at the parade. Yeah, emergency broadcast, that was on the dress. He trolls with his mouth, master troller, and yeah, my dad knows, and Plotus does it in a fashion. She's had dresses with things on that you can see her queue in it. She's worn exact near enough dresses to Princess Diana because they knew what happened to Diana. Although the stories are out there, but they know. They were friends with her. JFK Jr. was friends with Princess Diana. Trump from out for Rushmore, yeah. So, you know, this is why I say when you start adding the dots up and looking about and listening to people, because people go, you need to get your stuff off a channel. You go to other channels because they've been out there and they're putting things together. Do you know what I mean? There's real people out there, but people just want to sit there and watch the black box in the corner. MSM Elite pissed off because they can't get away with what they used to. Exactly, can't lie anymore, cameras everywhere. Exactly, and everyone's got mobile phones, so people know what's going on. You know? Hi, Effie. Late again. Yeah, and Pontus's daughter, what's she called? I can't even think what her name is. People go on about her. You know, they slag the Trump family off to death. Stupid. Very clever family, that's all I'll say. Very clever family. Anyone who thinks the Nazis lost in 1945 are not paying attention. They just went to Plan B. They did. They came out in the US suits. Businessmen. That's why they needed Trump in, because he's a businessman. Just saying. Corporations need a president. But everyone goes, well, Trump's just the same side of the coin. No, he isn't. He's totally different. Why are mainstream media, all of them, going against him? Every single channel, mostly every celebrity. Oh, I can't think why. Because they're all part of it, and they know he knows, because he was around those people. Didn't do what they did, he was just around those people because he had money. You're going to meet those people. If you've got money, you're going to meet those people. You're going to be at the same parties. It doesn't mean you go to the after parties. There's a difference with parties and after parties. Oh yeah, someone went, yeah, when he was seen with Epstein ages ago, I don't know, bloody Bunny House or something, with pretty girls. He was a man. Pretty girls are pretty girls. You can say that's a pretty girl, so what? That's what most men would do. But he also got him into trouble as well, and that was years back. And you will see people, because they've got money. Didn't mean he stepped over the line with the kids, which I don't believe he did. So, yeah, please go and check out Daddy Dragon, because I'm going soon. Daddy Dragon's channel, and check out the one he's just done on Obama. Big Mike Lover. Check that out. Who's on fire today? I'm just triggered. Dad knows what I'm like. I get triggered by certain things. I got triggered in Roxanne the Globalist, and just what people were saying, stupid things about people and stuff, and like, but sometimes I think it's good that you do get triggered, because it makes me come out here and say stuff. Say it as it is. People don't like it. Oh well. You know, people have got to actually pull their head out of their ass. That's all I can say. You know. Yep, exactly, Bonnie M. Thank you very much. I've shouted this out loads of times. Trump always said years and years back, that's why I say people are not researching on Trump. He had black friends, he's had a black girlfriend, he's racist, he's not racist. He said in an interview, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer, so you know exactly what they're doing. He even employed someone from the mafia side to come and work for him, so we knew exactly where this person was. Like I've said before I go, you can have friends, and when you go out for a drink or to a party, that they have these friends that you see sometimes at certain occasions because they're friends with them, and you go, hi, peace, and you go, and yeah, women, but you know what I mean. You go and you sort of have to be like, oh, hi. It doesn't mean you like them, but you just sort of say hi to be polite. But you don't really like those people, so you wouldn't go to an after party to that person's house because you're not really into them people and what they stand for. But you will see these people at these events because your best friend or whatever maybe works with that person, so they're around that person now and again. Or if you get invited, you go. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. All Trump did was, yes, he went to these places. He doesn't drink. He didn't go to the after parties. Yeah, he's going to look at pretty ladies. So you're telling me the men don't look at pretty ladies? Get a grip. Get a grip. And, we've seen a video of Trump saying, oh, look at these pretty ladies out, they're beautiful, and he had his arm round when he was younger. And he's got a beautiful wife. He's always a beautiful... And anything wrong with that? No. But they have to make it into something else, don't they? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, so you know what they're up to. I do believe he made deals with different things, because he did, but to keep it like, he's just there. He might have borrowed money off these people, which they said he did, but he didn't do certain things and then used that for that. But he's used it to get him where he is now. Using his own money to get where he is now. To do what he's doing now, bringing them all down. Because one thing he did do is he loves America, so... Yeah, I've heard stuff all about that with Jackie Kennedy and this, that, the other. Like I said, it'll all come out in the end anyway. There's loads of stuff going round, I do know one thing, JFK Jr. is not dead, just saying. The entire MLK family supports Trump, imagine that. What's the MLAK family? Or am I just being daft? I'm going to Erin Moffat channel. Yeah, I'm going in a bit. I'm supposed to be finishing bags off, but I got that enthralled in Roxanne the Globalist Denier channel today because we all try and support each other when we can. And she was really, really did us proud. So I haven't been doing it. Martin Luther King. Oh yeah, you only have to research the JFK Jr. stuff and his voice and 107 and this, that and the other, and Kellyanne Hub News I say hi to in Able Danger now. She's like, hi Dolly, and the lovely Bernice, we're all like, we know what's going on, and we're not speculating. I'm not saying when he's coming out. I'm not really, it'll happen when it happens at the right time. Like Trump said years ago, are you going to run for president? No, I'm not sure. Are you going to run for president? I'm not sure. When the time's right. When the time's right. Wait for the person who thought they were topping off the New World Order to just cap it off, the pinnacle, and then bang, you get them right when they think they're winning. That's how you do it. That's why she had a face like a slapped ass. That's why she didn't have a speech ready. You're supposed to have a speech prepared in case you lose, because she didn't though, did she? Because she thought she was... Why did she think she was going to win? She tried to rig it. You're supposed to have a speech when you lose. She never made one. She didn't make a speech because she was going to win. Thank God she didn't. Ding dong, the witch is dead. No, she will be. BBC announced 9/11 half an hour before it happened, yeah. And Bush was sat with a book upside down, talking to the kids who were singing about what they shout. They were saying something about 9/11. We all know most people woke up at 9/11 because it's 9/11, 11, 22, awakening number. Most people woke up. All right, Martin Luther King Jr. They all supported Trump, just saying. Yeah, happy I got a dancing bunny made my day. Yeah, I'm sorry, when people subscribe, I'm like, oh my god, it's like, thanks, but I just like the dancing bunny because it's really cute. But yeah, it's just, we're just watching it all roll out. That's why I haven't been watching a lot of Q stuff. I'm just like, all the stuff that was told in the past Q drops, past future, or vice versa, is all coming out now. Wonder where old Bummer is lately. Wonder where Hillary is lately, you know. Green and orange jumpsuit, you think? Nah. BBC stated WTC building 7 collapsed 20 minutes before it did, yeah. So yeah, the evil creature thought the election was boxed. She did, and that's why she had no speech written, which she should have done, because how would you know, Trump 2020, it's going to get crazy. Election it is, but he's going to win. There might be more Q babies, Q onesies, Q onesie kids. Watched it live with the pilot husband and said, oh my god, they brought the buildings down. And yeah, there's no timestamp on. It's just, see, this is a whole thing of like what me and Roxanne, the globalist and I, and Hi Ricardo and 007 will say is, yeah, we're saying like flat earth, but we're saying we're global deniers because we don't know what shape it is, but we all know we've been lied to. We can't go up there and say, yeah, we know what shape it is, but the one thing that, if that's a lie, this is what I don't get, what people don't understand is, when you start working out, you know that we've been lied to about something, and the more you go deep, you're like, oh my god, like, we've been programmed, everything's a lie. Then you will start questioning, well, where do we actually live? Because if they're telling us, oh, it's this, it's that, how do you know? You haven't been up there yourself to look down at what they say it is. It could be a sphere, it could be in a toroidal field or something, so half of the lie is it's a sphere, but it's not what they say it is. But still, they are lying about taxpayers' money with NASA and all that, and they lost all the videos to the moon landings. And Trump is trolling them, saying he's given NASA 4 years to get to, new sub, thank you, to get to Mars, because he knows he never went to the moon. So what are they going to do when they don't get there? He's going to be like, right, so where's all this money been going then? Billions of taxpayers' money, I wonder. Can't think where it's been going, But anyway, it's just one of them. And then you got Buzz telling the little girl they never went there. Buzz the other day with Trump, stood behind Trump in the White House, pulling all these faces as if to say, shit, oh my god, he knows. Space Force, like we say Space Force, what way? That way. Terrains. ETs, is it extra terrains, land, going that way instead of that way? Who knows, but just saying. And you know what, it's more interesting, because like I said, history is a lie anyway, it's all twisted, so this is more interesting than the stuff we were programmed to believe, Oh, thank you, Dino. Well, I'm going now anyway, because I'm supposed to be only coming on for a bit. I want to go and chill out, because I've got nothing done or wanted to do, because I was supporting Roxanne before, and I am going to speak to Roxanne, the globalist, and please check out the Really Woke Show channel, where we're putting out other stuff on there, because we are doing a Really Woke Show meetup. It does say Manchester, but it is Stockport, and it is just outside Stockport, Manchester Centre. There are Premier Inns right near where we're doing it, which is on Stockport Market, and there are B&Bs and stuff around there if people want to come up. It's just a meet up to see faces, to chat. It's not a flat earth meet up. It is a Really Woke Show meet up, meaning woke means you're woke to lies, whatever those lies are. So it's not just saying it's a flat earth, people who are not into flat earth. It doesn't matter if you're into the globe. I go on about Q a lot. It's just saying that thank you, Ricardo. We know we've all been lied to, basically. We don't really have to divide on that sort of thing of it, even if you well believing into the globe. That's fine. I don't mind people who are into the globe on my channel. I just don't want you coming in slagging people off or putting people down in such a nasty way. Do you know what I mean? So if you're onto the globe, that's fine, but I don't like that sort of stuff. You will be taken out. And certain people that come in from the globe side that are like, regurgitating stupid questions, and people know who I'm talking about because these people are just pathetic. They just wanted to divide. It's about uniting anyway. You don't have, this isn't a flat earth meet-up as in you only have to believe in flat earth. You can be a globie, that's fine, as long as you know, put that aside, we all know we've been lied to. So the Really Woke Show is about, we know there's lies, you know, depending on what lies you're into at the minute, that's fine, that we can all come together, have a meet-up, see face to face. Like, Tapper's been in my room for a very long time, and I can't wait to meet Tapper. Very good guy. Me and Roxanne are meeting face to face for the first time. We're going to film it. We've never met, but we're on Skype with 007 constantly, near enough every day, talking about things behind the scenes, talking about many different things, talking about spiritual things, everything you wouldn't think would. Well, I go on about a lot of stuff, but we're communicating and realising, oh my God, you know, we're realising just great things. So we're meeting for the first time, so I don't know what it's going to be like. I think Jason of the Disby's coming. I'm going to meet him. He's a lovely guy as well. A lot of lovely people out there that want to come and meet up. 007's going to be on Skype because obviously he's in Tenerife. So I hope a lot of people do come, you know, and if a lot of people don't come the first time around, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep it going, and it'll just be great because it'll just be nice, and it'll just be nice, you know, even if it's just a handful of us and we're just meeting up and chatting and having a few drinks and relaxing. That's what it's about. It's about people coming together. It's about community, realising that we know we've been lied to. No, you don't have to be a flat earther, and I don't like saying that. It's just about meeting, you know, you can still be on, like, you know, like I've just said, that we know we've been lied to. So, you know, we don't have to be fighting each other. It's maybe people can still discuss those things, but in a nice way, not a shouty debating way. But it's just, you know, we will progress it, but it's just going to be a meet up, a couple of drinks, relaxing, maybe having a bit of food, meeting each other and having a good time, and seeing that we are real people. We're not shills, we're not working for the CIA, we're not FBI. That's some silly people have put out there. We're real people that are just trying to communicate and unite with people that are talking about the same things, or, you know, sort of on the same wavelength. So that's all I can say. Apologies if you were annoyed by my comments earlier. I hope you had a nicer evening. Are you talking to me, Milo? Don't worry, it's like I said, you can come into people's chats sometimes, and texting just comes across as I've always said, if you come to my channel, you'll see I'm not, my intentions are not bad intentions. Do you know what I mean? It's for humanity. It's for people to be aware of what's going on in their reality. It's not what you've been told it is, basically. That's a fact, you know. But like I said, it's not a flat earth show, meet up. It's for anyone that understands that we've been lied to. Whatever lies you're into, whatever rabbit holes you're into, that is fine. You can come along. I'm quite a lot onto the Q thing. I'm not very good at going on about, ooh, what's the latitude of the day. I'm not into all that. Mine's more astrology with what model I would think it was, though I don't know what model it is, so I will put that out. I have said in the past, oh yeah, I think it could be this one, I think it could be that one. I'm going to say right now, I don't know, but I know which one I'd like it to be, which I think it would work off, but I'm more into the whole astrology thing. I think it lines up with certain things with that, because I like the more spiritual stuff of it. People think that's woo-hoo, fluffy. It's not. Science is starting to come together with beyond the veil, with the spiritual side. They need to come together. It doesn't mean that because something you can't see isn't there. It is there. People do this on ayahuasca and DMT. There are things beyond what we can see. It's a feeling, it's energy. We are all energy, frequency, light and sound, a vibration. So, you know, it's just good stuff. It's good stuff, and it's interesting. I mean, who wants to have a meet-up and talk about Coronation Street and Love Island? No, thank you. Gotta go to sleep now. Dolly's a sparkling bright starseed soul. Who is it? Oh, thank you. I know, and you lot are here to fill me up with energy as well, because where do I get it from? But, you know, she charges me up every day. I know I don't know where I get my energy from, you know. And I get it from you lot, because I'm like, oh, that's all I'm trying to do, is make people see it's not all doom and gloom out there. The world is waking up, whatever shape it is. We are waking up to lies, even if you just started on your journey. It is a journey, and everyone wakes up differently. It doesn't mean someone has to wake up the way you woke up. I've said this to people before. You will wake up differently, but we will all come together. It's like a tree trunk. There's many branches of different things. That tree trunk and those branches come into one core. We are one core because we come from one. We all are from one. We come from the same core. Mother Earth, nature, it's all out there in nature, you can see it, you know, so that's all I'm saying. Oh, and I think Daddy Waxman, you're coming to the meetup. I think the Waxman is coming. So yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I'm on that sort of, you know, you get people who they go, oh, you're a bit airy-fairy. I've always been airy-fairy, you know, beyond the veil. I've always been like that. But I am open-minded, so you must be open-minded, especially with what's coming. If you're too in a box with your head in your sand, I'm sorry, you're going to have a lot of trauma coming. You know, you are going to have a lot of trauma coming. Well, the thing is, Republic Tea Room USA, I will put it out there right now that I got very depressed when I first found out that Wise, but now I feel liberated, because you realise that when you come across great channels, you'll realise that everyone's on the same path as you, and they realise, I will say this again before I go, that you think your family thinks you're weird, your friends think you're weird, you've lost friends, you've lost people close to you. Yeah, never despair. Double O lives in Tenerife and feel alone, but we're all there for each other. We're Skyping all the time. We're there. People are seeing that, the people are waking up, so you're not alone. You thought you were alone, you're not alone. It's depressing, but it's not, because people are waking up. Through the trauma of finding out, I've become happier, because I knew it wasn't me thinking, I feel lost, what is this place? I don't understand how it works. I understand how it works now. I understand how we got controlled, so it's enlightenment. Yeah, enlightenment is great, but it's not nice to find out, but through the pain comes the light. There has to have the light, there has to be dark. So you see the dark, oh, that's not nice, but then you see the light, then you stand up for what you believe in. And this is how we're doing it, this is how Q is doing it. Yeah, just a human being, that's why we must stand up and talk out, because if you just sit there doing nothing's going to get out for people to see that there are people all over in chat now, all resonating with the same thing, even if it's not, you know, you don't have to be into exactly what I'm into, but we're resonating. You are doing a great job. Thank you, Linda. And this is all I say, this is why I come on my channel and talk about stuff, is so people can come into my chat with the odd troll now and again, but you know, to see that people are on the same frequency. You are not alone. I've been alone for a very long time physically. Yeah, and I have as well, you know. I mean, God, I can meet people on dates and stuff, and as soon as I open my mouth, it's like they don't want to know, especially a guy. It's like, sorry, am I too informed? But, you know, I think I'm here to do a job, so who knows? Who knows? I could meet a lovely man at the awakening. I don't know, but it's not all about that. But just saying, it's so you know you're not alone. This is why I do this channel. This is why I do this channel. Oh, thanks 007. Dolly and Roxanne are my strongest and closest connections. Us three are like the Trinity. That's what we left. The what do you call it? Triple duty? Is it true? That's what we call ourselves, don't we? The Trinity, because there's three of us, and we're always talking behind the scenes, and we'll always lift each other up. And if if 007 sees a bit like, oh, I'm like, no, it's like this. See it with this perception of positivity. It's like really funny. But yeah. If you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. Yeah, if you go down the street, I've said this before, and you smile at someone, they don't know whether to smile first, they'll smile back, because a smile is contagious, and if you smile, the person will smile back. It's an energy. People need to do more smiling. I've said this before about smiles, writing letters and stucking them in buses and places where people will find them, and giving them a bit of hope that there are people out there that love other people and humanity, and that we are all part of one, and we are unity. And its sovereignty is like more like a free mind. When people off other channels that I've seen, certain people, and some people know what I'm talking about, you know, who come in sometimes, oh, it's all about this. It's like they don't want teamwork, they don't want you uniting. When you've got to unite, we're not talking about uniting with the government, we're talking about uniting with the people. That's different. So, you know, those people are trying to divide. So those people to me are like shills or something. It's like, what are you doing? No, we don't normally go a day without speaking, and if it is, it's just because we're off doing something. If it's got kids and stuff, or we'll end up texting or something, but we actually do speak to each other near enough every day, even if it's, like I said, just a text. I will be speaking to Roxanne after. We've been up late. We watch films together on Skype. We just talk about things, and that's why I'm saying I've never met Roxanne or Double O. Hopefully we won't meet Double O in the end, but I've never met Roxanne. We just came together through Q, I never knew she was onto Flat Earth, and all the great people like Sleeping Warrior that I've met, and other people, and came together through truth and just true intentions of good people. Like JFK Jr. said, could have been a great man, he wanted to be a good man. Come together and cry on you. Yeah, and we just want to, when we meet, I don't know, it'll just be weird. It'll be weird, it'll be like new, even though we speak to each other every day. But it'll be great because Roxanne's a little bit younger than me, but it's going to be really good. I can't wait to meet her in person. So, like I said, we will be filming that because it'll be like, oh, so yeah. And she hasn't seen me when I've had a drink, so oh dearie me. Only a few though. I'm not a big drinker. Oh, sun out all day. It's still raining here, Tapper 77. My nan used to always say, here in sunny Rill, it's always sunny in sunny Wales. Like, right, what it was. Yes, we are living in amazing times, Linda. And like Q said, it's going to be the greatest story ever told. We're living in great times. A lot of people have passed that have never seen this happening so fast. This is why I say, these people who say, I was awake ages ago, well, it's picking up. Let people get on the path. It's picking up faster and faster. And, you know, it's a great time to be alive right now. Your chat is energy, frequency and vibration. Thank you, yeah. I'll just check my twinkles while I'm here, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Because honest to God, I just twinkle everybody. Yeah. But I'm not showing them because I've shown people them before. Oh, I just saw something here. And I don't wear body lotion, people, but anyway, yeah, you know I like to twinkle. I've also been I think it was Serial Brain 2, I'm not sure. I'm not really going to go into it because people think I'm bonkers, even though they do anyway, but that's a good comment to say. Something about the nanotech and these little buggy things, and I said it, I've seen these things in the air where they go on your finger if you're in the garden. They look like tiny little flies, like them little tiny flies, but they're not flies and they don't move, but they look like spiders when they go on about chemtrails. I'm not really going to say what I'm talking about because it was in Serial Brain 2, but I'm like, I've seen these things that look like weird things. I wonder if they're part of the smart dust. Just saying, Serial Brain, it was weird. And there was a picture, they drew a picture, and I did take a picture, but I'm not going to show you. Some of you'll know what I'm talking about, some of you won't, but I was just like, But this isn't nanotech. But yeah, those of you that know, Yes, the uniting of people through at least one thing we know we've been lied to. You know, it doesn't mean ballers have to hate flat earthers. It's like, we know we've been lied to, so let's agree on that. Yeah, there's third parties, but don't forget there's people in the Republican side who are not good. That's not Trump. There are people in there like Pence. Yeah, where are you going, Pence? You know, like I said, in other sides, people have been blackmailed. Like, certain people have flipped because they're not under control of certain people that are not there now. Hence, McStain, you know, John McCain, McStain, no name, and loads of weird stuff like that. So, you know, we got little stealth Jeff Sessions. They all thought he was on the Democrat side, didn't they? Well, it wasn't. Little stealth bomber there. So, yeah, chemtrails have stopped, and apparently, I think it will be worldwide, because I think Trump's in control of the chemtrails, and they reckon they're spraying them now to kill off what was in the chemtrails, which is like a bit like these things can't exist in the air. And I'll talk about the air one time, because is air a living water, but not as we would see it as? So separate the waters by... I'm not going into that right now, but I'm just having a think the other day. I was like, hey, because he did say they'd be eradicated off this earth, and these energies can't reside in clean air and water. So just saying. Anyway, we'll see. We will see. The truth is coming. They cannot stop what's coming. That's all I'm saying anyway. of so cold. Yeah, I've seen lots of pictures in America of no chemtrails, and we've had quite good skies. It's raining today, like, but yeah, instead of chemtrails, look, aerosol injection. But like I said, it will all come out. So I'm going to go now and chill out because I will be hopefully speaking to Roxanne after. If not, it will be tomorrow because she's done brilliant today. Yeah, gotta go. I've got to go too. So thanks, lovelies, for coming in chat. I think you're all great. No, they're not ready. Exactly. That's why timing's right. You know, the clock's ticking. Timing's right. Things will happen in the right time. So maybe it was. But I'm sure it was on Serial Brain too. He got this guy up just in the middle of like 21 minutes in, I think my dad said, on one of his last ones. And it was like, I know that. Who was the guy? The black goo thing who died in the UK? Max Spears. And Julian Assange talked about smart dust. So just saying, you know, think outside the box, have an open mind, people, because reality is not what you think it is at all. Not what you were programmed to think it was anyway. You know, so take care. Yeah, take care. Thanks for coming in. Check out the Really Woke Show channel if you're wanting to know about the meet-up on the 17th of August. If you want to come for a few drinks and a chat, come and join us. Me and Roxanne are meeting face-to-face, so that should be fun. And yeah, so yeah, I've got to go. Enjoy your Sunday, and where we go one week go all, and I shall see you soon. Muchas gracias. I can't even say it properly. Bye.